Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Purda session. Yesterday, we have started the multi-threading topic. Yesterday, we have seen the example how to create a thread using extend keywords, right? Extend keyword, and we have seen multiple operation in previous session, like run method, start method. What are the different operations we have seen, right? Using this run method and t dot start method. Now, today we are going to see what defining a thread or creating a thread by implementing runnable interface. Okay, defining defining a thread by implementing runnable interface runnable interface runnable interface. This is what we have to see. Okay, we have two approach, right? One is this approach, extend keyword, and the other approach is what? Implement runnable. So let me remove this word. Let me remove this word and let me add implements runnable. Okay, implement spelling is wrong. Implements. Okay, okay. Now save this. Okay, now save this. I will remove this part. I will remove this part. Okay. So what now? It is asking for unimplemented method. Let me add that method. That is fine. Now try to observe. So what we did implement runnable. So by this approach also we can define a thread. So there is method, that is run method, which is available in runnable interface, that we have to override. Okay, now try to observe. I will write one for loop here. See, this is t start and t dot run method. We have seen yesterday, right? Similarly, we can have one main method. Main method is there, right? Now we can create our class test equal to new test. Test equal to new test. No. Okay. Now this is the run method, right? Now we have created test equal to new test. Now we can t dot start. If we do same thing, we have to think t dot start. 1 second, guys. Okay, 1 second. 1 second. Not like this. Let me first add some logic here. I will add some logic for loop. I will add here. Okay. Same thing. I want to print something, some number int I equal to 0. I equal to 0 colon. Okay. Some condition. Let I is less than 5. Then I plus plus. Okay. I plus plus. System dot out dot print ln. System dot out dot print ln. Okay. Let me print that number. Let me print that number. Let me give some message. Okay. Let's say child thread. I am giving this. So what it will do whenever this run method will call, this child thread will be run. Okay. Now I have created test class object. Okay. Now I will create one thread class. Thread t equal to thread equal to new thread. Okay. Thread equal to new thread. This object is created. I need to pass what t here. Okay. Now I am giving this test object to this our thread. Okay. This is our what? Target for runnable. Now with that thread. Okay. Now thread dot what? Start method. Thread dot start method. Okay. Now try to observe. I am creating one more for loop here. I am creating one more for loop here. Okay. Let me give here main thread. Now try to observe the output. Okay, now try to observe what is the output we are getting. When we are doing implement runnable, what we are doing, we are creating one thread. See, test class we are defining as a thread. We are defining a thread. But how we are defining this time? By using implement runnable. So when we are doing implement runnable, means we have defined this thread. So automatically this is child thread and we are creating one main thread. Now, if this is not if we are not defining in this way, this test class, we cannot pass this because we have to define that by implementing runnable interface. Now we are creating an object. We are creating thread class object. We are passing, okay, boss, this is the T. This is the test which is we defined as a thread. Now thread class is taking that object, that object, and we are starting the thread internally. Internally, start method will call run method. Start method will call run method, right? So this start method is calling what? Run method. Run method is coming from where? Runnable interface. That's why this is printing. And after that, main method is printing. Main thread is printing. Means once this is done, then this is called. Okay. So you understand? This is the another way to achieve the multi-threading, to define a thread. But guys, tell me, from your OOPS concept knowledge, what is the challenge in extend keyword and what is the advantage? For example, if I will write this line. Try to observe. I will write this line. Try to observe. 1 minute. No? Try to observe. If I will write this line, implement runnable, I can use one more class extends keyword. Na? There is one more class. Let's say amount class is there. Amount class is there. But I can extend only one class, right? But instead of using this, copy this, paste here. If I am using class test and I am using extend threads, extend thread is a class. I want to extend one more class. Can I use one more time only by using extend class, extend keyword? We can extend only one class now. So that advantage we are not getting here. I want to extend one more class, but I am not getting. But I have to achieve multi-threading. We can achieve in this way also, and we can achieve implementing runnable. But I want to achieve inheritance. Already thread class I extended, but I want to extend this one. Do I am able to do that? No. That is disadvantage. So always recommended to use this class test implement runnable, so that there is one more extend keyword we can use. Now try to observe. Now try to observe. Okay. Hope you are understanding. Now we have to you understand different use case. But before this, we will try to understand what are the constructor available in this thread class. Okay, we need to understand. So now tell me, in interview, if somebody is asking you, how many way you can define a thread? How many way you can define a thread? You can answer, right, in two ways. Now, what are the two ways? Either you can do your class extend threads, or second approach is implement runnable. This will be your answer. Then interview will ask you second question on top of that. Which one is the best approach? Which one is the best approach? Which one is the best approach? Then you will say, sir, the best approach is implement runnable. The defining a thread, implement runnable. Why? Because if we are going with implement runnable, right? And if you are going with implement extend thread, so in extend thread, our class should always extend thread. There is no other way we can extend other class. Okay. If you read this line, if I am using this extend threads, then already inheritance gone na. Inheritance gone. I want to inherit some other class. I cannot do that. But if you see this class, I can achieve inherit, I'm defining the thread, class test implement runnable, but there is a chance I can extend any other class also, right? So I can take benefit of inheritance also. So out of these two ways, this way is better approach. By implementing runnable interface, we can extend some other class. So this approach, implementing runnable, is recommended to define a thread. Now we can see thread class interface. Thread class constructor. Thread class constructor. Thread class constructor. ठीक है? Thread t equal to new thread. This is one constructor. Similarly, we have multiple constructor. Copy this. Just now we have used one constructor. Let me copy paste some more. Then I will add some constructor. Runnable, runnable, runnable. Or we can pass runnable inside this thread. We can pass some string name. String also we can pass. String s we can pass. We can pass both runnable. We can pass runnable. And we can pass string also. We have seen thread group. We did not see thread group, right? But I am telling you, we will see that in advanced topic. We can pass thread group. What is thread group? We don't know, right? So just imagine we can create some thread group for now, and we can, once we understand thread group, we will understand how to pass this. Okay, thread group also there. Okay, now thread group with string. We can pass thread group with runnable also. Copy this. We can pass thread group, we can pass string, we can pass runnable also. Okay, now one more constructor. Okay, thread group, runnable, string. We can pass long to give the stack size. Some long value also we can pass to define the stack size. Stack size, I am giving the variable name sz. Okay, no. Now try to understand. Now try to understand. We have two approaches, na? Extend thread and implement runnable. Now tell me guys, when I am doing one class is there test, I am defining using, so if I am doing, who is the parent of this? Try to observe. If I am using extend thread also, in that case, who will become the parent? Thread will become the parent. Thread is the parent class. If I am using which keyword? If I am using extend keyword. If I am using extend keyword. So test class parent will become who? Thread class. But by default, thread is implemented in background runnable only. Are you getting? Who is the super? Who is the father of this thread class? Runnable interface only. It is implementing runnable only. Now let's see. Control Shift H. Thread. Thread. Open this. See, runnable only, right? It is implementing runnable only, right? Okay. Stack size. We have to understand all this thing one by one. Okay, these are variable. What is thread? See, yield method, sleep method, right? We will see one by one, one by one. Whatever the important is there, we can see. See, thread class, constructor, right? Thread class, taking runnable, thread class. There are multiple constructor is there. We are discussing about important thread group runnable. Thread is taking constructor as a string. Thread is taking thread group and string. Thread is taking thread constructor runnable and string. Now here you can see thread group runnable string. We don't need to remember everything, right? See thread group runnable and string and long stack size. Okay, we will see that. Synchronized start method is return type. You see synchronized keyword is written here, right? This is the logic. See, it is starting from here to here. Okay, now this is a run method, right? Now, now, so what I'm trying to say, thread is implementing thread class in backend, implementing runnable interface only. Now, we are going to see different approach. Okay, we are going to see what are the different use case, but let's go with how to get and set, getting and setting, getting and setting of a thread, getting and setting of a thread, getting and setting of a thread. Okay, every thread has name na. You know, right? Why we are using getter and setter? To get the value and to set the value. Okay, so there are two methods. Okay, now try to observe. One is get name and one is set name. Public, public final, public final, string, get name. This is one method. And public, public, public final void, public final void, set name. This is one another method that is set name. Okay. Now, now I will use some program to explain this thing. Come here. We have what we are doing here. Let me use some other class. Let me remove this program. Just let me use extend keyword for now. I am using extends thread. I am using extend thread. This is thread is created, right? Means this is thread we are creating using thread keyword. Now, let me write some program. Main method I am using. Every thread has name. If it is not coming, let me public static void main string args array. Strings arg array. Now let me print the name system dot out dot println. This is the sysout statement, right? This is the sysout statement. Now, what is my class name? What is my class name? Test. right? Let me print some thread name. Thread dot. I am trying to get current thread name. Thread dot current thread get name. Now try to observe what is the name we are going to get. Get name. Can I run this program? Run as Java application. See what is printing? Means this is main thread. Because of this, whatever bar we are printing, this is main thread. Can I create test class thread? Test t equal to new test. I have defined test as a thread now by using this. Now I want to know what is the name of this thread. Copy this statement, paste here. Instead of thread, can I use t dot get name better? T dot get name. Let me print this. What we are getting? What we are getting? Thread 0. Thread 0 we are getting, right? We are getting thread. Now, we can set the name also. We can set the name also. Okay, let me set the name. Copy this. Copy this. I want to give some different name. Thread dot current thread. Instead of get name, I will use set name. But I want to give some name here. I want to give some name here. Let me give test thread. I am giving some name. Okay. What is the error? Okay. Thread dot current thread dot set name. That is fine. Copy this. Sorry. Copy this. Come here. Paste here. Colon. Use this. Remove this. I am giving the name. Now let me run this program. See, initially when I did not give the name, what is printing main? This is main thread. Okay. When I am changing the name here in this line, I'm setting the name to thread. So main thread will become test thread when I'm printing this, right? So this is how we can change the name of an any thread. Okay. Now, guys, actually I have to go outside. Okay. I am stopping my screen share. I'm stopping the recording. Okay. Today we have